What is up, Facebook? I'm back with another installment of my Fitness Professional series. I keep coming up with new ideas to share with people, especially if you're new to this industry and you are looking to get some tips and tools to figure out how to, better serve your clients, or just getting into the industry in the beginning. So today I want to talk about the top tools or apps that I use to grow my business. The first thing, I'll get right into it. The first thing is a payment system, because you want to get paid from your clients, right? You really want to make it easy to get paid. So I like to use either PayPal or Venmo. They now work together. So it's nice and easy, and I know where all of my payments have come from throughout the entire year for that. I also, on my online side, I use a different system called Stripe. So it really just depends on what type of, what you're using it for. But again, make it easy for people to get you paid. The easier you make it, the more easier you're going to receive what you need, which is your income, right? Hey Dana, I know I'm dressed today for once. It's Friday. I don't teach, so I get to be like a human being and dressed in regular people clothes. The next thing I wanted to talk about is a customer management database of some sort. So it's a CRM. It's the way that we can communicate with our clients, both current clients or prospective clients, or people who just want to follow us and maybe hear from us every now and again. If you don't have one of those, I really urge you to invest in that. There's so many out in the market. I'm using a proprietary one now, but you can even use, in the beginning, if you just collect emails or just name an email, you can use things like MailChimp for free. And you can actually, that's more of a marketing database. So you can actually then market to your people and really stay in touch with them. So anything that also is a part of an email list as well, that makes it much easier to communicate with the people that you want to stay in touch with, right? They now have specific ones that are for people in the fitness industry. I can't speak on that because I don't use one of those, because all of the services that I offer kind of run the gamut of even going into life coaching and kind of mindset coaching, that I use a more general CRM system. So like I said, there's so many out on the market. You can just type in customer management database or just CRM, and you can do some research and figure out which one will be best for you. But they have awesome ones just for if you are just a fitness trainer and you only do it that way. There are specific ones that help you even build out a client's workout, and that will be stored in there as well, so you can see what they did. The next thing I wanted to talk about was, again, if you're like me and you offer a lot of different services to people, and you don't want to necessarily have a trainer type system, let's talk about document and workflow tools. So some people like to use things like Google Docs or the Notes. I like to use Notes a lot. Google Docs, Evernote is another one that you can use. And the reason being is because you can, let's say maybe you're housing your workouts in that area. You'll be able to flip from your computer to your phone to be able to see that they sync together. You can see what you're doing. It's easily shareable. So if you've got a sub and you want to send them the specific style of workout that you're doing with your class, you can send that right out to them or share it with them. So it makes your workflow a lot easier. There's also an actual workflow if you're kind of more project-based. Trello is a really cool free tool that you can use online, and you can actually, again, it syncs as well and has an app for your phone, and you can see kind of the workflow of different things. So again, that's less doc driven. But again, I'm sure everybody uses Google Docs, right? The next thing is music apps. So I like to use Apple Music, and then we also just started using Amazon Music. So again, you want to get like a paid service, because if you're using these apps for within your classes, so that way you don't have to be like a DJ before every class and come up with like, you know, playlists. Sometimes that can take a lot of time. It's really easy now to you know, invest in getting exactly, I don't know who just liked that, but exactly, we all want to like save time, right? You want to get an app that will allow you to just like pull up a playlist. So like if I want to say like dance workout, I can pull up on Apple Music or even on Amazon. I know like if you have Pandora, same thing. Just get the paid service of it, because it's worth, you know, you don't want to have commercials happening in the middle of a class. Like that's really unprofessional. So just invest in some type of music app. If you feel like you're not really, like, I'm not a DJ, I'm not passionate about like trying to, you know, I don't even know sometimes, to be honest, like what the hot music is right now. Like I leave it to an app to kind of tell me what is most popular. The other thing about the app is you can also say, like, if you're looking for a specific type, like a beats per minute type of, if you're doing a dance workout and like the song you're doing it to is exactly 120 beats per minute, you can find music that you can find in like a station, right, from one of those apps that are just music that is specifically for that beats per minute. So it makes life so much easier. And regarding beats per minute, the next thing I want to talk about is a tempo changer app. So it's called Tempo or Tempo Changer. So when you look at the first app, or you're searching for it, you can search Tempo Changer, but on the app it looks like it has like a little mic on it. When I post this in my blog, I will post the pictures for you guys so you can see what it actually looks like. But I use that a lot too. If I want to slow music down or speed it up, I can do that. The next thing is an interval timer app. So this one is actually called Interval Timer. And that one, again, it looks like, I know I'm on an Apple. So on Apple, it looks like a little TV, and it has like a 30 seconds listed in it within the TV. And that one's called, again, Interval Timer. So let's say for some of my classes, I do a lot of interval style classes. So I can just, you know, set it up to have that horn or beep go off at like every 30 seconds. Or if you're doing a Tabata class, you can do that as well. And you can set it for intervals of 20 and 10 seconds. And it makes life a whole lot easier. You can still play your own playlist and then still have that bell ringing off as well every whatever interval that you need. The next thing I want to talk about is some form of like a calendar or appointment or scheduling app. And this is so that people know when you're available to make appointments. It makes life a whole lot easier, that sometimes people you can create your own hours, and then somebody can set up an appointment without you having to go back and forth with them. So I know that there's apps like Calendly, there's a few others, there's a bunch of scheduling apps that allow both parties to communicate through that app. So that way your clients can schedule time with you right then and there, and you don't have to go back and forth. You just see it like appear into your calendar, into your schedule. That saves a lot of time. The next thing I want to talk about is the website. You have to have something that people can come to figure out if they want to work with you. So whether that's it can be just like a single landing page of some sort. It can be a full-fledged website. Hey Nick, thanks. You can actually, there's so many things that you can do with a website. I know nothing about building websites, so I use a company that has helped me tremendously in building that for me, because I was lost for a very long time in that area. So again, you know, you need something. Even if you there's even free companies that will allow you to have just like a basic landing page. So if you're just starting out and you just want to save some money and time and just have a singular landing page, you can do it that way. And of course, so I saved this one for the last because you obviously need like picture and video apps for marketing, right? So, and not just for marketing, because as we all know, if you don't post a picture of it or you don't post a video, did your class or your workout or whatever you're doing really happen? I mean, come on. So again, so for marketing, you need, and I'm sure this is probably most people's strength, right? Like I think everybody at this point knows how to use photo and video apps, but just in case, if you want to, if you want some tips on, which ones are best, you could be using, I love Boomerang now. That's a part of Instagram automatically, right? That's really cool. But some of my photo ones, I really like Photify, Rana, WordSwag. I like Facetune. For videos, I like PicPlay Post and VideoShop. And then on the computer, I like Canva and PicMonkey. And PicMonkey, I actually have invested in the pro account. So I think it's like a few dollars a month. So if you're making a lot of marketing type materials to promote your classes or to promote yourself as a fitness professional, you want those pictures to also look professional. So it's not just going to be like a selfie or a picture of you, but this is more of like an advertisement. So you really want to use either Canva or PicMonkey. Canva is free. I think they may also have a paid version, but they have a free version that's really simple to use. And PicMonkey, again, they're very reasonable and super fun and easy to use. So guys, I hope you found this helpful, especially if you're new to this business or you're thinking about getting started in this business. There's a lot of really fun, easy to use tools, and I'd like to know from you, if you are established in this business, drop me a comment. Let me know, what are some of the favorite tools or apps that you're using that you find that saves you time or money, and helping you to build your business. All right, guys, talk tomorrow.